Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is where you are, and welcome back to another noisy day on the Annoyed Dad channel. In today's episode, as you might have worked out from the title, we are going to be splitting the geese up, ready for mating. We do it every year at this time of year, January time, and it gets them split up early enough that they're just about to start laying eggs that hopefully we won't end up with any crossbreeds. So they're all running away from me now. They know that something's going on because I've been in here doing bits and pieces. So we have basically got 4 different types of geese here. Yeah, they are all out there. I was just checking because I've had some running. So the one running on at the front, the grey one, that's Mr. A. He is a Steinbecker. Just in behind him, just being overtaken there, you've got 3 light grey ones. They are Franconians. And then these dark grey ones, which are coming up behind, are Toulouse. But you've got different types of Toulouse. So if you look at Dave there at the front, he's got what's called a dewlap. That's that little bit that hangs down underneath his beak. That one there has got as well. But the one before it didn't have, because the one before it's possibly a crossbreed. So what we are going to do is we're going to avoid looking at my nasty cage at the minute, because that needs a bit of work doing on it. What we're going to do is we're going to try to split up the Franconians, and we're going to get the Franconians, because there's 4 of them, into here. You may remember if you watched our videos during the last lockdown where we've done the daily videos, we actually went and picked up some more Franconians. And I did see a handy tip on, I think it was a Facebook group. They had water butts just laid on their side and they were using them and the geese loved them. So I thought, why not give it a go? I have done it so as the drain valve is at the bottom at the back there, so as it can all drain out. So we're going to get the Franconians, we're going to place them into here. I then need to build another fence going down that way, and we will put the we might put the others into there, and then we'll allow the dewlap Toulouse to run free and basically have everywhere else. So then hopefully when they mate, when they lay eggs, we hatch the eggs. See, they know something's going on, they keep creeping out. When they hatch the eggs, we'll then have the pure breeds for the breeds that we want. And I have always been told, I don't know if it's true or not, maybe somebody can leave a note down in the description, in the comments below if you know any differently. I've always been told that if you move birds, wait 30 days before you hatch the eggs. Because if there has been any other cross with any other chicken or any other goose, because we're talking geese here. So say one of the dewlaps has got onto one of the Franconians. After 30 days, the chances of that remaining within the female is very, very slim. The other thing it does is it allows me to see if my males are actually doing the job properly. Are they fertile? Are they not fertile? So I'm going to crack on. This is going to be fun trying to round up the Franconians. I'll try and do it the easy way. And we will cut back in a minute and we will see where we've got to. Okay, well, I've reached a stage where I've successfully got 1 into there. And I just thought you might like to see it as I try to do it, because I went and left the blooming gate open, didn't I? So everybody ran out on me. Okay, let's go for take 2 on this. Basically, what happened was I was able to get them herded in, but then they all decided that they were going to run out through a gap. And I'm hoping that gap might be blocked, but just to be on the safe side, I'm going to take that one there. It was just down here. It's amazing the small space a geese can squeeze its way through. See, because this is only going to be like a temporary thing, it doesn't have to be anything spot perfect. So, right, geese. Let's see, I've got my arm out to the side, so I'm just going to try to herd them round. There we go. So there's 3 in that lot that we want. Ideally we want them on the other side of the bushes there. So if we push them back that way, what we'll then do is we'll open up the gate. Hope that the one that's in there stays hiding, because it's hiding from me because it don't like me at the minute. I'll lift up that. But they're also quite clever animals, so as soon as they learn one way, out, that's it. They're just going to keep using it. Now last year we did have huge struggles with them where they kept on getting out all the time. So I don't mind if they all don't go. All right, but they all have gone. There we go. So they race down the back there. Again, I don't mind if they don't all go in. Go on! But they are all going in, hopefully. See, what we can do is we can be smart. We can do this, just like that. So there we go. Right. Now I could end the video there because the geese we want are in, which would be ideal. But obviously there are certain ones that we want in, and there are certain ones that we don't. And one of the ones has just walked straight out the back of that, which is of course no good to us. So I'm trying to split these two up from the rest. Can you see them? It's this one here and that one there. The rest of them can go. Don't fly into that, you'll hurt yourself. No, come on, right, come on. Yeah, you're a crossbreed anyway. You don't scare me. No, I've seen scarier cucumbers in Tesco's. All right, now out. Not you, you, hop it. Go on, get out my pub. Come on. Look, are you really that stupid? Out, it's empty. Everyone else is getting underneath that bit there. You out. Are you truly mine? Oh, crikey. Right, that one can end up in the pot, I think. It's a crossbreed anyway, so it don't really matter. So we can see they're just getting out there. Right, so that's fine. I can grab them out later. Right, so I need something to fill in that hole down there now, and then we can start to move on. I think what I'll end up doing is I've changed that piece, but I can't change that piece and hold the phone at the same time. I'll swap that bit with that bit. Okay, so we've just swapped these bits around and I've pressed that one down into the ground so there's not as much room below it now for them to be able to get out. That stupid one that's hissing at me is still stood over there. It's a crossbreed. I think it's a cross between a Chinese and a Toulouse. But it was one we went and picked up last year, and the wife was ever so keen that we bring them all back because they're all being offered to us and they're all very, very cheap. And I was like, yeah, but it's going to be more feed. And you can't see, but I've actually got my hand here and I'm trying to slice them off to get the ones that I want in, and then the ones afterwards I don't really care about. They can stay out the Toulouse. So there we go. Right, that's everybody in that we want. So they'll go straight to that corner where they got out last time, and they will try again. But what we want to do, just want to split up like that. So then we'll focus in on these guys here, so they can get out that way. I don't mind if they get out because they are the Toulouse. So let these guys feed them in and say, look, come and hide underneath here, and then we'll cut them off and then we'll kick these guys out. Go on, Georgie, out you go. Right, and we are 95% there. Oh, as my mic cable's getting caught up. So there we go. So let's put that back in. See, there it is over there, noisy bloody thing. Now we are 95% there, as I said. However, there is that hole just down there we've got to sort out, and we've got one other rogue goose in here. So what we'll do with that other hole, oh dear, is I'll use my muscles and pick up this other sheet. It's not a sheet, is it? It's a hurdle. And the mic cable keeps getting caught. There we go. One day I will sort out all of my camera equipment, but I've just made some big purchases for the farm, as you'll see in upcoming videos, of stuff that's going to be new and coming in. Okay, so it's good that those guys are ran straight away into their home. We've always had trouble keeping them in, so I'm hoping to make it nice and safe for them. All of the water butts aren't staying here, and before anybody says it, because I know that someone's going to say it, it's going to be, you should have all of your birds indoors because that's the law. No, these geese are farmed, and if you read through the list of stuff, farmed geese are exempt. Can you imagine me on my little small holding here trying to keep all of these geese indoors and keep them clean and tidy? It would just be a nightmare. So we should have one Toulouse in there that has crept in, and you can see its butt there, the white butt just jiggling. So that one there has got to come out. But I think what I'll do for now, because they're all in there, there's 4 of them in there, they're quiet, I can leave them for now, and I can do that tomorrow morning. That's not a major issue. So what should be left in here is we should have dewlap Toulouse, so Toulouse with the dewlaps. We should have ordinary Toulouse. We should have a Steinbecker, and we should have the Toulouse crosses. So what we want to do now is we want to build that new fence. I've actually closed the door into their home at the minute. So what we want to do now is we want to close that fence. See this one at the front here? Let me see if I can zoom in. See if my gloves will let me zoom in. See, I reckon that's got Chinese goose in it. And the place where they come from, they did have some Chinese geese there. But you can see there's not a dewlap on that, whereas if you look at that one there, you can see there's that flap between the chin and the neck. That's called a dewlap, but there isn't on that one. Camera's going mad. There we go. Okay, so right, I've got to build some more fencing. Give these guys a chance just to calm down for a little bit, and then we'll cut back in when we try to round up the next one. Okay, that's not everyone. Not by a long shot is that everyone, because there's 4 of us who decided to walk off over there. So now what I've got to do is decide, as I just try, let me put you down so you can actually see what I'm doing rather than me trying to talk and then get everything wrong. There we go, that'll do that. So that'll just hold them in. So what we need to do, are you playing the Annoyed Dad drinking game? Every time he says so, you take a drink. We have got 3 out there that are dewlapped and 1 that isn't. We have got 4 in here that are dewlapped and 3 that aren't. So I think, because we've got more dewlaps, they need the bigger space. So we're going to catch the dewlaps in here and we'll kick them out over the other side. And we will catch that one there and we will kick that into here. Unfortunately, to do that I need 2 hands, and I have left my tripod in the car. Actually, looking at it, let me zoom you in a second. See this one at the front here, this one that's looking up? That's it, look straight at me, looking up. There you go. He's got a little bit of a dewlap, but it also looks like a crossbreed. It's not a big full-on dewlap. So its dad might have been a dewlap, or its mum, who knows, but it's not a full dewlap. Not like the other ones are. I can't go too close because I'm going to start winding them up again. But if you look at some of those dewlaps, see that big dewlap things, and that one at the front's just got a little tiny dewlap. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. I catch the dewlap ones in here, kick them out. I catch the dewlap one out there, kick it out, and then I'll cut back in and I'll show you how we're done, ready for the geese to start the breeding season. And by the magic of video editing, we're done. Woohoo! It wasn't quite that easy, unfortunately. What actually happened was, can you see there's 3 little bums sticking up in there? What actually happened was, as soon as I herded the geese in, they just went down the other end, they found a hole straight away, and they just wanted to come out of there. So I think I've got everybody split up right where I want them to be. There's Mr. A in the middle there. He's looking a bit lost, wondering what's going on. Poor old thing. We don't think he's got it in him anymore, but if we could find another Lady Steinbecker for him, we would absolutely love to. We have been looking all year, but obviously it's been a COVID year, so it's been a bit tricky to sort anything out, really. I think we've got more boys in there than we've got girls, which is a bit of a shame. These guys have gone back into hiding again. The guys that were in here, the ones with the dewlap, they have also gone back into hiding. So what's going to happen now is for the next few days, I'm just basically going to leave them be. I'm not going to do anything with them. Just let them be. I'm going to keep the gate closed just to keep everybody in. There is a high chance that some of them will try to get out and realise that they can get out, or they might try to find ways out to get to somewhere else. And we just really have to keep an eye on that. But then after that, they can just go into lockdown. They'll work out that that's where they're meant to be. Once I start to feed them in there, they'll work out that's where they're meant to be, and that's where stuff is meant to happen. And then fingers crossed, very soon we'll start harvesting up some eggs. I did grab the goose that got into here, the other Toulouse, I grabbed that one out and I put him into here. Mr. A there we know is a boy, and I think we've got one boy and possibly one girl up there. But yeah, this should be fun this year. Obviously, I've said in the past that this place needs to earn its keep, and to earn money, we need to breed birds. So to breed birds, we need to get the purebred eggs. We then need to hatch them. So chances are we probably won't let the geese hatch any themselves to start off with. Once we've reached a point where I believe we've got enough birds that we can hatch out ourselves, or we have hatched out ourselves, then I will let the birds sit on their own eggs or each other's eggs, and we'll just wait and see if they do actually hatch any. The cool thing about being down here compared to last year is that if we do allow the birds to do that, we can then leave the bird with its nest and move everybody else out. Whereas last year we had everybody and the ducks and some chickens and everything else in with the geese whilst they were sat on their eggs. So you can just make them out in there. Just make them out. They're just hiding at the back there. But they'll be fine. We're getting towards the end of the day now, so they'll just go in there, they'll sleep. The gate will obviously now be kept closed because that forms part of the electric fencing. So they will, even though they're going to be outside like this, they're going to be fully protected. There's other stuff which has gone on around the farm to make sure they are also protected. That's in upcoming videos that you will see. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please do give it a like. If you could spare me the time just to click on that subscribe button, that would be gratefully appreciated. And until next time's video, bye bye.